So basically,
tafadhali tafadhali, kama tumemaliza na your exhibition, kindly proceed to the hall.
Cancel TV and
Nafikiri tumemaliza
hiyo bag tu yote.
Waziri, this side.
Haya, twende.
Ndio simu yangu kwa simu huko.
Tungekuwa na miti ili kila mtu apande. Kila mtu angepanda. Yaani siku hizi hata bila kuchimba mashimo iko scientific.
Yes, it will be my place. I'm ready for it.
Meko.
Nataka kuhakikisha tusiame.
Sawa. Naomba tu wale our friends who are going to pray for us, kindly, if you can join us. Tupigeni wageni wetu makofi tafadhali wanapojiunga na sisi. one more time, tupigeni mbele wetu mheshimiwa waziri wetu wa mambo ya vijana. We can do better than that. Let's put our hands together. Make some noise to come for our achievements. Asante sana waziri for making time to be with us here. Kindly let us be upstanding for the national anthem. Asante, let's remain upstanding for our prayer, and I call Anne pamoja na Ustadhi Ali Abdul kindly to lead us in our word of prayer.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the all ones, the most gracious, the most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship Allah, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us in the straight path, the path of those who have received your grace, and the path of those who have brought down wrath upon themselves, not those who have gone astray. Ya Allah, bless and guide the President of this Republic, William Ruto, and his Deputy President regarding the Shagwa, all the government officials. Grant them wisdom, compassion, and integrity to govern with justice and righteousness for the betterment of our nation and all of us. Oh Allah, we pray for the success of every one of us who strive towards making our lives better by seeking your grace. Bless and protect our country. Grant all of us prosperity, harmony, and unity, and guide our leaders to make decisions that benefit the nation and every one of us. May peace of Allah be upon us all. Ameen.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we humble ourselves before the throne of mercy, O Lord. We say thank you for the goodness of our Father. We say thank you for your love. We say thank you for your goodness and mercy, O King of glory. We say thank you for our leaders who are here with us, O King of glory. Our Father, we pray that with your wisdom, with your wisdom be with us, O King of glory. Will you grant us prosperity in each and everything, our Father. Will you grant us, will you strengthen us, O Lord. Will your will be done in this event, O Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Asante, naomba tuketi. Tuambie pia makofi. Alafu kwa sababu hapa sisi ni talanta hela na tuna talent, naomba tupatie one more number before you go guys. Kamoja tu. Waziri, ni muhimu ni kueleze kwamba hii kwaya ilikuwa na wanawake wakatoka. Na ni kutoka kwa sababu ya hapo kwa sauti. Kuna mmoja wao alianza umama. Sasa but one more time, ndugu zangu, kama nimesema, leo ni siku ya kupiga makofi. Naomba one more time tupige makofi sisi wenyewe. Tunasema tupige wageni wetu makofi kufanya to organize this work. Sisi kama vijana tunafurahia saa zile kwa involve, saa ile sisi tunaona tukipamba na waziri tunashukuru sana kwa taking us the right direction, na hata sisi kama wasanii mimi nikiwa mmoja wao ya hapa. And ya mwisho, aki, tupige basi makofi. Unajua, as an artist, as a young person in this country, for the first time since we were independence, sisi wasanii tunaongelewa state house. Sisi wasanii ndio hawa hapa. International Youth Day, Youth Week imekuwa ikihappen. Lakini watu kama sisi hatujakuwa participate. But look at us, we are here. So we are humbly saying thank you so much, Waziri, for the efforts you've put. And I want to also introduce some of our friends here. Tulikuwa tunarecognize wakasema ukifika ni muhimu pia kwa kujuana. Don't worry, ukisikia wanacheka ni
what we plan to do and what's going on. We already had several sessions on that. I saw culture, and the now aware we're talking about new home of talent. And as we see these things, as we relate to the youth who are not necessarily in the university, we see very clear areas of interaction with that. We bring in a blend of internationalization to connect with all those. The issue of that we saw things happening there, sustaining our environment, we are very committed to that. You remember that we have a particular unit, very Malay, for peace, for example. And one of the main things that happened there is environmental sustainability. And we have many such programs, and we are very well known for that kind of thing. And all we need to do is to now relate to these kind of initiatives and take our findings back to the community. We have in the past collaborated with the government. The jobs sometimes, for example, in Nigeria, we even have a housing for it that brought a lot of government through the ICT. And I'm looking down, that only very well when I saw once, and then I remember the many things he did when he was still with us those days. So ladies and gentlemen, without taking too much of your time, I just wanted to give you the commitment that we associate with what's going on, we support it wholeheartedly, we'll be ready, we'll be reaching out for partnership because we have a lot of youth that we let connect with the rest of the youth in this country. For a second time, therefore, on behalf of the entire community, say, Karibuni Sana University, feel at home, have fruitful participation, fruitful engagement, and God bless you. Thank you.
Asante sana Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, tupigeni makofi za Mungu PS. Tukaribisheni PS yetu. Youth Affairs na Arts na hizo makofi. Tusipige kitafadhali anapokuja kufanya.
Our Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Ababuna Mwamba, Cabinet Secretary for Ministry for Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, the Vice Chancellor, the University of Nairobi, the is deliberate in this case, Professor Julius Ogengo, my colleague, Engineer Peter Tum, PS Sports, our County Commissioner Nairobi and the Deputy County Commissioner Starehe, our CEOs of our various institutions, our SA and senior officers and staff of the ministry, and my fellow youth, good morning. Habari ya asubuhi. Mimi ni PS Youth Affairs and the Arts. Mimi ni youth ama youthful? Sindio? I have the program of how the whole of this week look you for your own work preparation for the week. But before I do that, I would like to invite my colleague PS Engineer Tum to just say jambo, and then I'll thereafter take you through how the program of the week looks like. Karibu sana PS Engineer.
Waziri wetu Mheshimiwa Ababuna Mwamba, Vice Chancellor wetu wa University of Nairobi, wanasema inaitwa The University, wageni ambao wako hapa wote, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Mimi waziri Ibrahim, kwa sababu wakati nimefanya kazi katika serikali kwa that is taking place among the youth. And when I look at what you are doing in that space, Waziri, since you came in, and hence what
vision that is youth, and also contributes to socio-economic and political development, not only here but across the 47 counties of our republic, for us to have an engagement that will culminate into this International Youth Day, the Senior National Innovation Agency, that you must take advantage of. And all these activities will culminate into International Youth Day. And the youth will be informed of the various government opportunities available to them. Information and service delivery routes will be set up, providing access to resources such as Talanta Hela initiative programs, Hasala Fund, Youth Enterprise Development Fund, Uwoze Fund, AGPO, National Government Affirmative Action Fund, the State Department Vijana Huka na Afya Program, as well as Kenya Youth Employment Opportunities Program. All these will be discussed tomorrow at various venues where we will engage the youth. On Wednesday, that's August 9, we'll enter around promoting good health and well-being among the youth, emphasizing climate action. The day's highlight will include youth cycling competition and a tree planting event led by the Green Army and Kenya Forest Services, fostering environmental consciousness among the youth. And on that day, August 10th, the National Youth Council will lead discussion on fostering partnership towards achieving bottom-up economic transformation agenda of our administration and global goals such as sustainable development goals. The day's activities will feature a youth town hall, and the winner of the Forza Youth Challenge will be unveiled, recognized, and encouraging youth innovations. To mark the eve of International Youth Day on Friday, August 11th, the Kenya Cultural Center, along with youth serving organizations in Nairobi, will host a street carnival as well as Hasara Bazaar. This event will provide a platform for the exhibitors and marketing of exhibition and marketing of youth wares and products, promoting their talents and creativity. The activities will take place along Mwindi Mbingu streets. The grand final of the National Youth Week will be on Saturday, August the 12th, at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, graced by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. The day's highlight will include the Hasara Bazaar, youth panel discussion on thematic areas, policy level commitments, and the official launch of the Big Green and Engaging Kenya Youth in Agriculture Network, in short called EKIAN program, by our partner UNICEF in Kenya. This momentous occasion will celebrate the immense potential and contribution of youth to our nation's progress and development. So, in short and in brief, that is how the week will look like, and that is how we have programmed our activities all over the country for us to engage at a various level. Even at the county level, the same program has been cascaded down to our regional youth officers to make sure the same programs also takes place at the county level. So you all need to accordingly plan yourself to benefit from this program and to make sure you engage very seriously for your own benefit and see where best you can be engaged so that you will benefit from various government activities that is set aside for you to participate in. And with all those now many explanation and remarks, I will now invite our Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, to give us his wise counsel and also engage with you. Karibu sana waziri.
Let me really start by saying that it's amazing to have such an impressive constellation of our young people from the length and breadth of our republic joining us this morning to start the epic walk towards the International Youth Day 2023. And I must am delighted to see all of you here in this very historic Taifa Hall at the University of Nairobi. And I want to acknowledge our very able principal secretaries, the principal secretary responsible for youth affairs, and the arts, Ismail, and the Principal Secretary responsible for sports, Engineer Peter Toon. Let me also recognize in a very special way our host, Vice Chancellor, Professor Julius Odego. Thank you, Prof, for allowing us to congregate here at your institution, and also to congratulate you for ascending to the position of Vice Chancellor and the very important responsibility of steering Kenya, East Africa's premier institution for higher learning. We wish you well, Professor, as you start that epic journey of leading this institution. Let me also recognize your faculty and teaching staff who have joined you in welcoming us here and who are part of this important event this morning. I also acknowledge all our esteemed partners, stakeholders. There's a number of partners that we have worked with to put this week together, and with who we will be traveling this important journey. Of course, I also acknowledge all our other guests, most importantly our young people here, Commissioner and the Deputy County Commissioner in this great university. This is also the university where I started my journey as a leader, as a Stanley Memorial Library, one of the great symbols of the history, a very special heritage and tradition of this university, because this university prides itself also of being very wired to history, to heritage. And so when you walk into the library next year, the Gandhi Memorial Library, is like walking down memory lane. This university also has the Wangari Maathai Institute for Environmental and Peace Studies, named again in honor of a great icon, a great daughter of this land, Wangari Maathai. So I'm very proud of this university, and I'm always proud to be a product of this university, the greatest university south of the Sahara and north of the Limpopo. It is the university. So Professor, we wish you well as you lead this university ahead. Now, good people, I'm delighted to join you this morning and the rest of our nation during this auspicious occasion to observe the commencement of the National Youth Week for the year 2023, something that we are doing countrywide. This marks the start of the build-up activities organized and coordinated by the state and non-state actors that will culminate in the International Youth Day 2023 that will be observed on Saturday, the 12th of August 2023 globally. Here in Kenya, the day will be marked through expert talk and panel discussions, exhibitions, entertainment, and keynote addresses among others. The National Youth Week and the International Youth Day for the year 2023 focuses on youth energy, innovation, initiative, and dynamism in line with the International Youth Day theme of green skills for youth towards a sustainable world. It exposes their potential and abilities as well as contribution to development in our societies and the realization of aspiration of the Kenya Kwanza Plan through the bottom-up economic transformation agenda BITA and the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. The Kenya Youth Development Policy 2019 identifies climate change through droughts and floods as seriously affecting youth who depend on agriculture and other weather-related activities as a means of livelihood. The policy further indicates that Kenya has become prone to climate change effects and disasters such as floods, droughts, and other shocks that require interventions by the youth in every stage, including prevention, management, or recovery. To address these issues and to ensure the place of the youth in the emerging issues such as green skills, The ministry is in the process of designing the Kenya Youth Development Bill. These legal instruments will be key to supporting young people's growth and independence, to promote their active citizenship and empowerment, and to improve their growth and living conditions. Further, the bill shall regulate the measures and activities undertaken by the government aimed at improving the social status and position of youth in addressing their needs and interests. The ministry is also in the process of reviewing the National Youth Council Act number 10 of 2009, so as to align it to the Constitution, incorporate the emerging issues, and for other connected policies. In addition, the ministry is also developing the youth mainstream guidelines for the various ministries, counties, departments, and agencies in CDS. These will assist the ministry to ensure that all the youth concerns, needs, and aspirations are integrated in the socio-economic setup at all levels of governance. A country that recognizes and appreciates the role of its youth in national development prospers. Through these guidelines, we will ultimately foster a cohesive, values-driven, united, and prosperous Kenyan nation. Good people, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports through the State Department of Youth Affairs and the Arts has contextualized and operationalized the IYD global theme through the sub-theme Youth for Climate Action. This IYD sub-theme of 2023 will be anchored on the following pillars: advancement of knowledge, skills, and attitude development for youth engagement in the global goals, especially climate change action; engagement of youth as drivers of change, innovation, and creativity to sufficiently address the climate change crisis and attainment of the global goals; and finally, enhancement of enterprise development among the youth. Let me emphasize that the International Youth Day 2023 edition will provide a platform for government, young people, youth-led and youth-focused organizations, and other stakeholders to highlight the support mechanisms provided to youth to ensure that collective and individual continue to contribute to the global goals, UN Agenda 2030, Kenya Vision 2030, and better. We also consider the entrenchment of the youth involvement in environmental conservation and climate change into the Talanta Highlight Initiative, which aims to monetize their interests and zeal. These will contribute immensely to the youth involvement in the enhancement of the country's environmental and climate resilience agenda. Good people, let me tell you that as we start this journey, we want to see the youth to be at the front line of all these activities, and also in all the measures the government is undertaking. Our mantra is for youth, by youth, of youth. For youth, by youth, of youth. That means youth at the center of everything that we are doing. We want you to be at the core of planning, of imagining, of deploying, of implementing, of executing all measures. And in that regard, I want to challenge you as young people to take advantage of the various opportunities that this government is providing. As the Cabinet Secretary responsible for youth affairs, I know that His Excellency William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, is completely, absolutely, unequivocally, irredeemably sold to the youth agenda. He's completely sold to the agenda of empowering our young people. My president and your president knows that he is in office because of the passion, the faith of the youth of this country. He knows that. And His Excellency William Ruto will not spare anything in rolling out programs, measures to lift the status of young people in this country. And that's why you saw him on the 9th day of June personally launch the Talanta Highlight Initiative. And the Talanta Highlight Initiative is our silver bullet as government to address a lot of the concerns, a lot of the issues that touch our young people directly. Most significantly, Talanta Hela is about unleashing your innovative spirit, your spirit of imagination and innovation. I believe Tony, you must have taken time. Tony Mwanza here, the CEO of the Kenya National Innovation Agency, a key agency in this ministry. You must have shared with these great young people the Presidential Innovation Challenge and Award. And the Presidential Innovation Challenge and Award is the President, his own challenge to you. The President is challenging you. Come forward and show what you're made of. Imagine, innovate, put forward ideas that can contribute to finding solutions to what ails Kenya, to what holds Kenya back. That journey of innovation, I am so excited about this Presidential Innovation Challenge because it is unshackling our young people. It is unleashing. For instance, we are challenging you to make agriculture cool. Traditionally, agriculture has been painted and profiled as something that belongs to this whole idea of making agriculture cool. And we are challenging you through innovation to demonstrate that agriculture is cool. Security for our country, for our continent, and for our world. And so this innovation challenge is in many directions. And I have already seen, Tony, that indeed this innovation challenge is going to be quite something. I have met a young man called Zacchaeus from meeting. Is Zacchaeus here? Zacchaeus has already innovated something. You know, when you go to many of our football games, you see those officials at our games struggling with manila paper and felt pens to do what do you call it, substitution. So they write, we are substituting. He demonstrated for me, and he told me he's a fan of Manchester United. And appropriately, he decided to substitute the great Manchester United player who loves to score his own goal. He's called Harry Maguire. So, using his ball, Zacchaeus, come here, Zacchaeus. This gentleman is called Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is a fan of Manu, and can you demonstrate substituting Harry Maguire? The boy who loves to score in his own net instead of protecting his goal. But now this young man has come up with this thing. This thing is locally assembled. It is created by Zacchaeus himself, and through this board, we are going to kick out of our football use of manila paper and fake pens for substitutions. And the good engineer, and we have a peer who is also an engineer, he's been so impressed, he has already placed an order for enough boards for the entire league in the country, starting from the grassroots leagues in the village, all the way to the Kenya Premier League. Now, I want you to substitute Maguire before this break.
Is it morning or afternoon? Good afternoon. I'm Zacchaeus Waleto. This is my project. It's an electronic substitution board. I came up with this project. So, I don't know this idea. A day I watched Kenyan Premier League, right? It was between Tusker and Sofapaka. And I saw them doing the substitution using the break paper sheets. And I personally, I think I felt embarrassed. I have done electronics engineering. I've done a diploma level at KIST. And I had to call my mates and myself for a meeting. Maybe I can show you the back side of my project. This is a power button. This is just a keypad, just a normal keypad. This is a display to show you the power. So that will be when the charge is low, you can charge it. I do a demonstration, just a simple demonstration. Maybe we want to remove my wire. Let's say my wire is number 12. I'll just place number 12. On this side, you can see number 12. Maybe we put in Rashford. Let's say Rashford is number 10. This is my project. I did it from scratch. And it's very, very special to me. And sir, I'm honored to stand in front of you. I've done several presentations, but I have never done a presentation to our cabinet secretary. And sir, I want to kindly ask you, sir, not only to me, even to the other innovators, please let this thing not be just a presentation or just an exhibition. Please let it have an impact. So that when you do a presentation and it has impacted my life. Please, sir. Thank you.
That is Zacchaeus Wabiti with his substitute. And starting with the new season, Kenyan Premier League, the National League, men, women, all the way going to Div 1, Div 2, and the village leagues. The ministry matches Zacchaeus with an official partner. And the same will be happening with the Tabata Hela tournament, the inter-county tournament. The boards will be supplied by when our meeting here. That is what President William Ruto is about. It is about giving you an opportunity to show what you're made of and then giving you a platform to monetize it. It's not about talk. It's talking the talk and walking the walk. I also met a lady called Quinta Achebe. Quinta is a painter. We have witnessed quite a number of brilliant paintings. And just to tell you that the ministry has made it an official policy that our officers must be decorated by paintings of their artists. So this morning we have met Quinta to come here. Quinta is using art. And bring a few more of Quinta's pieces, especially the ones we have bought. David, have we already bought those pieces? Because we have to buy those pieces. Buy them. Those are the good. So I want the pieces we have bought, I want them to be brought here. Because we want to show that we have actually seen items being completely blown away by the quality, the creativity, the innovation, and we have actually bought them and bought them well at good prices. I want Quinta to explain very briefly how you are deploying art in terms of climate action, to deal with waste management, and to deal with addressing issues of our communities. Okay, as we wait for the pieces that we have purchased.
Good afternoon. My name is Quinta Ochie. I am the founder of Task Concepts / Art for Change Initiative. So how we use art to address environmental issues, if you can look closely, this is a canvas that is created from recycled paper bags in the community. So we have a group, we have an art center in Dadora, and another one we just launched in Huruma. We are still looking for a permanent space, although we are partnering with the local community. And so what we do in these creative spaces is we give the youth all the necessary materials they need to collect the waste, then assort it, and then clean it. And after they do that, then we put our efforts together. We have their leader who trains them and teaches them how to create these pieces. We majorly work with young mothers and the young boys of the community, young men that is, to bring about change. And as you can see, this is also a recycled piece created using mirrors and glasses. Lastly, I want to take you through this down here. This one is called Canvas for Change. So this one we created when we were launching our first space on 8th of April. And this one was written by over 250 youths who attended our event. So these are some of the issues that the youth felt that we should use art to address some of these issues. As you can see, if you look closely, there is issues of single motherhood, there is drug abuse, there is mental health, police brutality. And so once this is created like this, then we work with the government and the organizations and various stakeholders to highlight some of these issues and work with the researchers of the community on which are the most pressing matters that we need to work together collectively to start addressing. Now, I will, before I leave the stage, this is a piece done by one of our creatives, is called Sketcher. He creates stories based on African hustles, young mothers, young fathers, young women of our community. And so I'm very thankful. Thank you so much for the support that we've had, meeting Emily and Jared, and then finally getting to meet you has really shown that you guys are actively engaging with the youth in bringing about change using art and also monetizing, putting some money in our pocket, which we really, really appreciate. And we are also, lastly, we are going for a tour. We are launching something called Art for Change Tour. We launched it on the 8th. Currently, 8 is my lucky number, I think. We launched it on the 8th of July. And so now we are going to Mandera County, and we're going to visit 11 schools in 7 days. And so we invite all the stakeholders who want to take part in this to help us reach out to the youth up there, teach them how to create things, teach them how to monetize their talent, and also actively engage in dialogues and bringing about change and pushing our policies for the youth. Thank you so much.
Achien is here. These are some of the pieces that we have been able to purchase this morning. This is beautiful because of art, and many others. I particularly like this Hustler Girl one. You know the Hustler Girl. Let us give a round of applause to Achien. And I could go on and on, but because of time, I just picked a sample of these two. But just to tell you that we have gone around, not just to, sometimes we think we are going around just for the show, just for the motion. Maybe just so that we can take some Instagram photos. No. We are going around to actually see and connect to what young people are doing. And I can already see an incredible pipeline conveyor of talents. Kenya truly is a hotbed of talents. And these talents are not just limited to the able-bodied. We have also created a conveyor belt for the differently abled. A week ago, I attended an incredible show organized right here in the city. And among the most profound elements of that show touched on our differently able youth. And I'm very happy that we have also been able to see in the exhibitions what they have to offer. And they have incredible creativity to offer. And maybe therefore recognize also with us here Yvonne Mokonyo, who is Miss Able Differently Nairobi. Yvonne here, I want to come here so that she can face the audience, just from down there. Yvonne won a pageant organized for the differently able. Yvonne cannot hear you, okay? But her innovation, her creativity is something really, really inspiring. She has no sense of hearing. She has no sense of speech. She can't speak to you. She can't hear you. But her spirit and her creativity is absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely. I am so proud of this 21-year-old girl. And for you to show that you are appreciating her because you can't hear you do this. All of you know that, yes, now people can feel you, appreciate her. And this ministry is determined to make sure that we leave no one behind. We are leaving no one behind. No matter your situation, no matter your circumstances, we are traveling this journey with you. With Yvonne, who was second runners-up to Yvonne, is Anne Obama. And lost her sight while in Form 3 as a Form 3 student. Now, this is really an incredible story. Anne could see, like you and me, until Form 3. Then, later, she lost her sight. Now she's sightless. You should have seen the runway doing her thing, even without the sense of sight. And these two girls are now part of our network to send a very clear message to you, the people of Kenya and the whole world, that disability is certainly, absolutely, and equivocally not inability at all. And together with these two beautiful ladies is an amazing young man, Joseph Kamau Wanjiru, Mr. Able Differently Nairobi. This young man here. Joe, come here please. And Joe, as you can see, does not have the benefit of your palm, of your full palm, like you and me. Show them your arms, Joe. But even with that, Joe is a fashion designer. Joe is also a model. He's also a model. What he's wearing is done by himself. And those outfits are done by him. Designed and actually sewed by himself. This young man. And so, as we unleash the creativity and innovation of our young people, we are not leaving anyone behind. even those able differently, are traveling this journey with us fully, as demonstrated by Joseph, Yvonne, and Anne. Let's give them a round of applause. Asante sana. Thank you very much. So good people, let me conclude there and just tell you that at the ministry we are determined to give a platform for you to realize your potential. Through the Talanta Health Initiative, we want to support you, to monetize your talents. Through the Presidential Innovation Challenge, we want you to innovate in whichever field you feel, from fashion to agriculture to IT to fintech. You can imagine any solutions that can be put to use in our national development. As you do that, with no sense of hearing, with no speech, is still living a full life. And so you have no reason to be held back by anything. At the ministry, we want to encourage you that don't even listen to the old stories that you are too young for anything. You are too young for anything. No. If you are good enough, you are old enough. I'll repeat that. If you are good enough, you are old enough. You know the people who normally tell you, oh, you're too young. Oh, you have no experience. They forget to tell you that the history of the world, including the history of our own country, is full of examples of incredibly young people who changed the world as young people. The man who authored the great session of paper number 10 that we still refer to today from 1965 was a 28-year-old minister. And they tell you you are too young, they tell you you are too experienced. Tell them to sing that to the birds. Tell them to say that to the wind. Tell them you are ready. You are ready not tomorrow, you are ready now to be part of the transformation of your country. Of course, you know that in any fight, what matters most is never the size of the fight in the fight, the size of the dog in the fight. It is never the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog in that fight. That's what matters. It is the size of the fight in you. That is what matters. And as Ralph Waldo Emerson has taught us, you don't have to follow the path that everyone else follows. Sometimes just pick where there's no path, where there's absolutely no path, and the first train is yours. So you can look back and say, I made the first train here. So I'm challenging you as young people to unleash your full potential. I'm challenging you to make your contribution and make your mark now. I'm challenging you to be held back by age or your circumstances. I'm challenging you that you cannot be old enough to vote and too young to participate in shaping the affairs of your country. It's not possible. It is an oxymoron that they tell you, come, let us make the decision. And after you have made the decision, then you are told, you are now not old enough to be part of this. And you know, as I've told you, people have started the journey of leadership. Your own president, His Excellency William Ruto, was first elected to Parliament as Member of Parliament for Liberate North at the age of 30. That's a youth. He was 30 years old. Today, he's your president. You are strong here. I was first elected as Member of Parliament for Liberate at the age of 29. So what are they telling you? Wow, wow. Tell them that. There is only one condition you need to fulfill. Me, I normally place only one condition on every young person I meet. I will never hold you back because of your age, because of your social status, but I will hold you to one thing. Only one thing. And that condition is encapsulated in the words of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King says, if it is your commission to be a street sweeper, sweep that street so well that even the hosts of heaven, on coming upon your street, will have no choice but stop and marvel and say, behold, there lives a street sweeper here. A street. What kind of street sweeper is that? What Martin Luther King is telling you poetically is that whatever task you are given, just do your best and seek to be the best at what you do. That's the only condition I place on you as young people. Whatever task you have, seek to do your best and be the best at it. All these other considerations, ethnicity, social status, your age, forget about it. And ultimately, we shall build a prosperous country where all of us are participants. And remember, at the end of the day, we are one people in one nation. And as young people, you bear the greatest responsibility to slay the dragon of negative ethnicity. There is absolutely no pride in discriminating against another person because of their tribe or because of the region they come from. I wish you well during this week. Demonstrate to the people of Kenya during this National Youth Week that the young people of this country are ready to lead and to be part of the development agenda of Kenya. May I now declare the National Youth Week 2023 officially on.
Come on, guys, we can do better than that. Wapi makofi sana jamani. Asante sana. Hakuna hata. Thank you so much. Tupigeni waziri one more time makofi. Asante. Waziri, we wanted to have a small panel discussion. And before we get to that, we have acrobats here who wants to entertain us. Lakini kwa sababu sasa launch na ukasema hii ni wiki ya vijana. Na hawa vijana nimekuwa nao hapa asubuhi, najua kuna wawili watatu wangependa kuuliza tu swali moja mbili, na mimi najua wewe unapenda kujibu maswali. So I'm going to come there. We'll take just 3 or 4 questions. Waziri atajibu, then after that we'll have a panel discussions. Na waziri tutakuomba kwa heshima tu utusikize tu. Tutakutafutia space mahali hapa chini ukae usikize hiyo discussion yetu. So let me have swali la kwanza. Tuko na jamaa hapo, nisaidie na microphone. Msikia uzuri ya sweeper. Ndio wanafanyana na MC.
Well, thank you so much, yes. Kudos, speak up. It has just reminded me of the best speaker. Which strategy all in your office? I'm Udongo Kevin from Ukuru Kwaruge, Embakasi South. Proud of my youth officer. Well, there's something known as turning green spaces by the youth. There are young people who are pushing to turn the green spaces from the slum setup. what is your office doing towards that? We would really like your office to give us a way forward and direction on how supporting the young people from the focus and returning the area. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Pesa maledi. Mrembo msupa. Bro, unaweka mzuku mpaka juu. Aledi. Juu na kutumia simu. Pata tuongee na huo muda. Ole.
Good morning. I'm Last for Music Kenya. Nilikuwa na wazaidi swali. Si kama wanamuziki, kama ni mwanamuziki. I can't tell when the last time MCK come all praise for people. Tusaidia aje sisi wanamba tuko registered really kwa this watu hawa wanamonta kama sakonta tupate mshahara ya kwetu. Awalete za not be.
Asante. One more. Na mimi nimesema hii mambo ya mazungumzo kuna maana.
Thank you so much for this video. So it's a great honor to give this slide to present my question. Actually, it's not even a question. It should be a policy. So if you're talking about the youth, I think we should come up with a policy, and this ministry should take this to the, let me say, to the molders of the Constitution. That today we need an age limit to reduce the number of how we're talking about unemployment day in and day out. What if we come with one policy that will benefit all the youths in the election? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the age limit should come up with this strategy that on the MCAs, at least to give the youth a platform to mold us, to make us the leaders of tomorrow. We need to have an age limit for the MCAs, which will pay the MCA unemployment by fellow youth. But I'll have a consultant, let me say, wale was the quality of concern. But on the office, I'm in the office, I have youth. So my humble, let me say it's a policy, and I'm requesting the Minister of Youth, the Arts and the Sports to take this policy, to come up with an idea of having an age limit so that to save or to secure and to engage the youth in the election.
What's the minimum age, like maximum, the ceiling?
It should be 35 years and below.
So if you are 36, you should not go anywhere near me the next year.
Si president anasemanga yeye ni mtu wa kuongea ukweli. Tuwekee hiyo nafasi pia sisi.
Na sisi tunasema wewe ni MCA wetu wa hii kikao. Jama ladies.
Good afternoon. God is good and all the time. I go by the name Brenda Angari Joki. I am a pageantry model at the current Miss University Africa Second Runner-up. And I'm also a youth chairperson from Kikuyu Sub-County, working with an organization known as Kenya Youth Organization. And as I stand up here today, I'd like to address on a matter concerning drug addiction. So I feel like we should have healthcare facilities from the grassroots level. We have wards. From wards we go to sub-county, from sub-county we go to county level. Nowadays young people are so afraid to walk into hospitals to get tested of what diseases it is that they have. So they'll shy away from going into hospitals. Others will shy away from going to rehabs and getting advice. So, Mheshimiwa, could it be possible for us to have healthcare facilities per ward or sub-county, and we give these opportunities to youths who have graduated from medical schools, who have this, who have the education and skills to deal with nutrition, to deal with drug addiction? counseling, and we have those small facilities per ward and counties, and the youths are the ones that will be employed there to be able to handle those kind of issues. And last but not least, being a pageantry queen and also being a fashion designer, we are also battling climate change, and we want to create an action and solution for it. So we also have facilities whereby materials and fabric garments can be recycled. We have tailored shops, right, in our places. And when we go into those basic tailor shops, we will find garments that have been already used and are of no use, just thrown anywhere. And you know, these things are not, what do you call it? They cannot be decomposed, right? So what do we do to it? We should create facility centers whereby those materials can be collected and stored there, and they can be recycled, and something else can be created out of it. And by doing that, we create employment for the young people. Thank you.
With your permission, let me take two more from last time. Just two. Kindly. We have huyo jamaa kwa mlango, and then we have huyu jamaa wa suti. Kuja bro, karibia hapa.
Kwangu sina swali na waziri. Nilikuwa nimeitwa shule University of Nairobi last academic year, but because of lack of fee sikuweza kufika. Ndio nimekuja kutafuta admission again, but tena sijaweza kupata zile pesa nilikope yangu, na nitry kuaso kutafuta hiyo pesa, lakini sina. Naomba tu msaada.
You are admitted which year?
2022.
Last year? Yeah. Okay. We will pick up. You are fortunate because the VC is right here. You can consult right here. What did you say your name is?
My name is Clinton Isaiah.
Newton, you are a man of valor. You are a man of valor. You are very good. If for nothing else, we will honor your bravery, your valor. So, we're going to invite you to go to the job. We don't want to go to the
then I will allow Waziri to answer those questions. One question. Sawa.
Thank you very much, Waziri. I'm Raphael Apatei. I'm from Kajiado County, Kajiado East constituency. There is this issue that is really becoming a headache to most of us as the youth. The problem is not even the dreams or the innovation part. We have this issue of financial resources. And most of us are not working. The issue of employment is headache. So we have a big issue of financial resources. And the problem, the lending institutions are not giving us money because they fear the risk of maybe how we are going to return the money back, or else the lending qualifications. Nowadays, you go to a certain institution to borrow money, and they have some qualifications that you must have. Unaambiwa ukuwe na pesi, unaambiwa ulete nitoje kitu ya gari, unaambiwa ulete loan, and so many.
collateral.
So we are having an issue on this on access to financial resources.
We get the punch transfer.
I think the only ways we are accessing a little money is nifuliza tu na kusaidia kidogo na hii kitu ambayo imekuja.
where you can take more in a corporate sense.
Because if the amount of money is too little, like even to...
But we get the point.
Yes.
We got the point.
To get the youth get a direct...
access to credit. Easy access to credit. You got it.
Asante sana. Hiyo kitu ya gari nilikuwa nakwambia ni nchi. Sasa
Waziri, my name is Lanchoy Sashurai. I come from Kajiado. One thing, the first thing is creating awareness about the various activities within the Ministry of Youth. We are so privileged to have a director who is so youth-friendly, who passes information to us. But again, how are we planning to get to the youth that are the interior, most interior parts of our country? Two is about arts, the youth arts from Mashinani, where a lot of big work is taking place, but there is no market for the big work of the youth. And also, I will request, this is a humble request, not only for Kajiado County, but across the 47 counties. If we can be supported and get a center where we can always showcase our arts, where we can always showcase our activities, and maybe partner with the county governments, local governments to market our products, and also to market our talents. I think that would be the best way to go. As one of the activities that we had in the eastern region of Talanta Search, where we are searching for talents in schools, I would really wish if that will go across all the counties, because we have talents hidden within our youth, but they don't have the exposure. As much as we try to expose our youth, but we don't have the platforms to expose them correctly, or the right platforms to expose our youth. I would urge the Ministry of Youth, as we have started in the, I would also request it to go all around the counties. Apart just from the regions, I will request it to go around the counties.
Okay. But tell me, are you aware of the Ushaka initiative?
Yes, I am.
Are you people doing the Ushaka?
We were in contact with members of the Ushaka initiative. We expected them to be, I think 2-3 years ago, we expected them to come and take our ladies for training. The process that we are still in touch with.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Asante sana.
Nafikiri waziri, you can answer those ones and then
we'll turn it around.
Yes, kind of.
Okay. And in fact, because this is interactive, it is not a monologue. I'm going to engage the whole team here. Plus my very impressive team on the front row. If there is any issue you feel you could respond to, Tony, if there is anything that you wish to respond to. Do you have a team here from Mike? If there's anything you think you can say about issues here to do with in that cultural space team? If there's anything you feel you can respond to, please feel at liberty to do so. P.S. Let me start with you, because this is
if we engage and you showcase your program and sell it and your proposal and programs very well through this fund. Hustler Fund is doing big. The phase 2 is now on. Try to see how we can plan our initiatives and enterprises or around it, how, so that we benefit from those ones. On issues of policies, I think my good friend, our MCA, that is a discussion that is, in my opinion, our learned senior is here. I'm not a lawyer, but I think that requires a bigger discussion than what this ministry can do. It's an issue, I think, I'm not sure that requires a constitutional issue that might require a referendum to change that. So as far as the development of other youth-related bills, the ministry is currently developing the youth to talk to it, to go through it and see how best we can improve on it. The National Youth Council Act amendment is also on. We'll also subject that to your interrogation. And above all, for the creatives, we are developing the National Creative Economy Bill for us to now consolidate and have support base for our youth in the creative industry. So that is very well at the development stage, and when the night time comes, we'll definitely engage you. Thank you very much, Waziri.
Thank you, yes, asante sana for that intervention. Very, very quickly, Bwana Odongo, you talked about the green spaces. You know that right now one of the, in fact, the key agenda in the world, and one that our government is putting a lot of emphasis on, is climate action. And we are deploying all the resources available to us to deal with this challenge of climate change. You know that the President has launched a program to plant 15 billion trees between 2022 and 2032. 10 years, 15 billion trees. It's an incredible challenge. And all of us have to contribute to that. And that is why we are encouraging the young people of this country to be the drivers of this agenda. And that is why the green agenda is our agenda for this whole week moving forward. And we want to hear ideas throughout this week on how we can fully deploy the force of our youth to drive that agenda. Because we have no other choice. We have to save the planet. We only have one. Royalties. There's a young man at the back who asked about royalties, and we are working around the clock to deal with the challenge of royalties. It's criminal that we have so many artists doing their thing, toiling and moiling and sweating to put out productions out there, and they don't get anything in return. And there's a lot of stuff that we are doing. Recently, I gazetted new tariffs that will enable us to raise the scale of the collectible revenue in that space. We have brought together all the CMO, you mentioned FCSK, but we have brought together PRIS, FCSK, and the other, it's called CAMP, to do an MOU so that they can reduce the administrative expenditure on what is collected. And we have given them the formula of 70-30. 30% administrative, 70% going to the artist. Okay? We are also working on the blanket levy. The blanket levy is going to be a major infusion in that revenue stream. We are at a very advanced stage of sorting out how we can deploy the blanket levy to increase the revenue in that space. And so we are doing a lot of stuff, but the silver bullet in that whole ecosystem, you'll be able to tell them the progress of this, is to digitize collection of royalties and distribution of royalties, so that the royalties are collected digitally and distributed to you digitally. That is something we are working on, and before close of this year, that should be the biggest deliverable for us in that space. Okay, so it is a space which is receiving absolute attention from ourselves. There is also the question of unemployment, and that whole question of the limit. PS, you have correctly indicated that that is a constitutional issue. And it is a debate that young people should feel at liberty to throw out there and drive as an agenda. We want to see young people involved in governance, in democracy, and nothing holds you back from triggering a conversation. We are a democratic country, and if you trigger a discourse around that issue, it could just lead to a constitutional moment for you to revise that. But what I believe in is that we should not hold young people back from any position. Young people should be able to run for the parliament, as I've given you examples. Some of us were elected to parliament as youth. I was first named cabinet secretary for, at that time we called them ministers. When Kibaki appointed me Minister for Youth Affairs and Sport, a youth like you. And so, really, there should be nothing to hold attention to is the drug abuse angle of that healthcare, because she raised that very specifically. Even as we deal with health issues, there is that drug abuse, the drug and substance abuse angle. And the recycling, I saw some amazing projects out here by a group of young people from Kibra that are doing waste management through recycling. It is something that we have committed again. Tony, you have a project there that really could qualify for a startup support in terms of recycling, and Njokila is talking about centers of collection, and that could be among the things we do deliberately and intentionally, to have centers of collecting waste and pipelining the waste to the recycling projects like what we just seen out here. There was also a question from Kajiado on lending access to credit. This government is so keen on sorting out the problem of access to credit. It's one of the factors that have really disenfranchised Kenyans and young people especially, is the whole Hustler Fund idea was born out of that frustration around access to credit. And I can assure you that the Hustler Fund is growing in leaps and bounds. And at every stage, Hustler Fund has about 5 tiers. And at every tier, we have a special product for the youth so that it can expand the available resources that you can borrow, but with minimal restrictions in terms of collateral. And I also